Okay, welcome to the 6th video of this Elm collection series. Where we are at the moment is we've got a playfield shown up as a grid with the elements being randomized, and the user's got the option to shuffle them. What I want to do for this video is, if you were to look at the code, you'll see that the options are currently hard-coded. What I want to do is actually move this out into an external JSON file. So the idea is that when you load the page, it will pick up the categories from the JSON file and show them to the user in a randomized fashion. Eventually, I like this to be able to pick it up based on the current day. So similar to all the other connection clones out there, you pick up today's puzzle and it will basically show you today's puzzle and sort of track to see whether or not you've played it or not. So, but that's something for later. For the moment, I just want to pick them up from the server, basically an external JSON file. So what I'll do is I'll start by creating the JSON file itself. So let's begin with, I'll just call it, this is naming, can't name things to save myself. Let's call it puzzles.json. I'll put it in a new folder, data folder. And it could be basically a JSON file with an array of puzzles, with each one being a particular day. So this one, so categories. So we're expecting 4 categories, and we'll use the ones we've got at the moment. And if we've got, so I've got the server running. So if we were to go to localhost/data/puzzles, yeah, so we've got the JSON file. Good. So now we need to get it into our Elm application. Now, I understand that I'll start with the JSON parser. So if we were to go to the guide, the idea is that you define a decoder of some sort. So let's start with trying this out. Quote decoder is a decoder. All right, so actually, instead of building a list of puzzles, let's just start with a single category. All the JSON file has is just information for a single game, which is basically just a single category. So I will start by trying to build the decoder. So what I need first is JSON, and I'll just import all these files from the JSON package. Now I have to build my own decoder. So let's go down here, call it puzzle decoder. And I'll just crib off here. So basically decodes to actually, I haven't got a notion for puzzle, do I? It's just a list of categories. So let's add a puzzle type. So type alias puzzle, which is basically a categories type. So list category. But even before I start building the decoder, I'll need to do some refactoring. So type over this puzzle. So puzzle. So the puzzle is basically today's puzzle. So defining the puzzle for the day. So if I do categories now, I'll have to change those. mdl.puzzle on categories. Found categories, mdl.puzzle.categories. And that's basically just defining, so puzzle equals basically that. So if I were to reload that, surely I've got something wrong. Oh, it's just a comma. Commas always grab me. Okay, oh, it looks like we'll have to import the JSON module as well. So Elm store elm.json. Yes, please. Okay, cool. So now the puzzle is defined in its own type, which means we can move it to a JSON file by building a decoder. So decoder puzzle. I have to look at how these decoders actually work. So we want so puzzle decoder is basically a JSON decode. Decoder of a list string. Oh yeah, that's that code of a list of. Now we want a category decoder. Category decoder is a so it's not a list decoder, it's a map decoder, so I'll have to fix that first, but let's start with the category. So category decoder is I think there's a map2 decoder somewhere. Map2. Okay, so there's a map2 decoder. Decoder.map2. So what's this return? Map2 point AB value. Okay, I'm just trying to pass the type. Map2 point field XY. Oh, I'm sorry, that's a constructor. Okay, so map2 takes a category. So the field will be, so field of name is string. Yep. And field options is a decoder list of strings, which I think is list decoder string. Okay, so that's the category decoder. And decoder list is a category, but this is actually a map. Okay, yes, so that's a map. So that I want, that is a map of field categories to a decoder list category. Okay, so we've got our decoders in theory. What I'll do is, before I even start considering making a REST call, I will actually try the decoders out in the model. So where's the model? Here's the model. So how do I use this in JSON? JSON decode. Okay, so let's do this. Let's puzzle equals decode. So decoder, decode string. And I guess that's taking a decoder, so I'll give it the puzzle decoder. And the string, which is basically that. Okay, and this will give me a result error. So now I have to deal with that. So decoded puzzle. Oh, let's actually puzzle JSON. I want decoded puzzle equals, so case puzzle JSON of if it's an error, so if it's an OK puzzle, then return the puzzle, else error, type error, blah, 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 blah. Type error of something, I'll just return. Yeah, but I want to see what the actual error type is. So now I have to go to the Elm core, which I imagine is where they define the error type. Error. Oh, sorry, it's not result. It's not error, it's result. So decoded puzzle results. I'll maintain the proper name. So okay, it's fine. I'll get the puzzle. We'll just read the puzzle. If it's an error, don't quite care about the error at this stage, but I'll just return an empty puzzle. So categories equals empty string. And I suppose I should return a message as well. So this probably should be a model, but let's leave it for the moment. And from that, I get the puzzle from there. And I think that should possibly be what I need. So if I refresh, can I find the coder? Interesting. Category decoder 304. Oh, decoder, not decoder. Okay, so let's go. I've got a symbol wrong. Oh, JSON.decode. So JSON.decode.map2. And okay, all of these are wrong. It's not decoded. It's JSON.decode, 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 and JSON.decode. 155. Decode your map. Okay, so I've got something wrong here. Is it just a parentheses issue? Okay, let's just see what I've got here for map. Actually, do I need a map at all? Maybe I just need the field. Oh, I'm sorry. I think I've got this wrong way around. I think the puzzle has to be a type. Yeah, well, let's fix that problem. Oh, set string. So I have to make this a set. How am I going to do that? Actually, I might be able to use a map here as well. So let's try. So JSON decode map, which is a set from list, which is a coded list. Okay. So that's building, but it's not loading properly. So that's an error category, puzzle results. All right, what if I do it this way? So if I return the puzzle equal, I'll return it as a dictionary. So puzzle. I think I might be spelling puzzle as well. I'll worry about that later. Message. No message. Okay, yes, message. If it's not that, then I'll put an error equals. Now I just want to get the result type. Result error or an error. Okay. So what are the possible errors for JSON? Error to string. So JSON.decode dot error to string error in parentheses, and I will make that available to the model. Message decode monster results dot puzzle. Oh, and this is an empty puzzle. Which is, where was I? Here. Error problem given value, blah, 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 blah. This is not valid JSON. JSON bar expect comment at the end of the array. Ah, me and my commas. There we go. Well, this would get error reporting appearing at the UI. Not that that's a great approach to things. So, okay. So now we've got the puzzle data as a JSON. So in theory, if I were to change these, so purple, amber, cyan, and indigo. So purple, amber, so they seem to be coming through, and I use experience in spelling for colors just to make sure they're coming through. Cyan. Where's indigo? Oh, I selected indigo on purple. So, okay, good. So now the options are coming from JSON. So now the next thing I want to do is get them from the server. So actually, this is probably a good commit point. So I'll just do a commits. So add in JSON parsing. Excellent. All right, now I'll try to get them from the server. So let's start our Elm service again. And now I have to go to the guide, HTTP. So import HTTP. There we go. So in theory, it's just a matter of that. HTTP get. So let's take a look at the documentation for that. So elm.http get expects a string. I imagine one of them is a JSON, which needs a decoder. All right, so and this is another command, much like the random one. So if I go back to the guide, HTTP get. Oh, okay, so the command, so the message is on the expect. So then let's go to our init. So we first want to load it. So actually let's comment all this out for the moment. How do I do a block of quotes? Is it something similar to let's see, how do I do a quote block? Let's go to the language guide. Oh, okay, that's how you do it. So I want to keep this around, but what we want to do is start off with a Okay, so start with initial model. Initial model will just have a single message saying loading. Just put this there for the moment. Return a model with an empty puzzle, no options, playfield with an empty playfield, found categories is also empty, and user message is blank. So init model, we take a model, and we just give it the message loading. And done. All right, this should just give us an empty model. Can't you find playfield? Why not? Okay, so I'll just give it empty list there. Okay. Well, it's not a model, but it's... Actually, can I just do this? Oh, okay, yeah, and user message. Why did I call it user message? I forget already. All right, so just got a load indicator. At the same time, we want to fetch the model, we fetch the puzzle. So let's make a HTTP GET call. So we'll get it from data/puzzles.json, and it's expecting a JSON of type so it takes a message, so got puzzle, and I give it a decoder, which is the puzzle decoder. I must say, I do like how well Elm designs for the common case, with basically having the notion of decoders, of JSON decoders, and getting stuff from the remote service in such a way that it fits nicely with the rest of the sort of message view loop that Elm's built on. It is really quite nice. All right, so now we've got a message which is returning okay, so I have to go back to the guide. Got text result HTTP error string. Okay, so it's a type of message. Got puzzle, which is a result. So HTTP error or a puzzle. So if we've got the puzzle, so we either have the puzzle or we've got a result. So case puzzle result. case. So this could either be, actually, let's put this at the top. That's near the first bit of work that we need to do. So I've got the puzzle with the result. The result can either be okay puzzle. Here we want to what do we do here? Prepare the playfield. With so basically we're preparing the new model, user message. This can be the same as the old one, model user message, which is basically just a loading message. Puzzle is the new puzzle. And the playfield can be whatever was initialized first. So actually, let's do it this way. Model. All right, so we've got the puzzle. What we're doing now is preparing the playfield, which we've just done. And then what we want to do is shuffle the playfield. Which is there. Can I just return a... It'd be nice if I can just return a command. Maybe I can. So we just have like messages chain one after the other. All right, I could probably just do command.batch. Because I just wanted to reshuffle the playfield, but I don't want to copy and paste code. So if I do command.batch and just return shuffle, would that work? I guess we'll find out, won't we? Otherwise, we've got an error. And the error is... And here we just want to show the error to the user. So it'll just be the model. Actually, the model, but with the user message set. So message equals parse error. Suppose we should make the error a little nicer, but at the moment we'll just put in the user message. JSON code error to string. And there's no further command. So command.none. Okay, in theory that should be all we need to do. So let's reload. Oh, whoops. So 238, what am I missing here? 238. Oh, whoops, 2 pluses. And yeah, parentheses again. Let's go and expect the error values to be error. Oh, okay, sorry, this is a HTTP error, not a JSON error. So what are the results here? HTTP error. So let's go to HTTP and see if there's an error, whether or not we can get an error to string. I'll just put HTTP error at the moment. I'll have to deal with, well, error handling needs to be properly dealt with across the board. All right, let's see if this works. Oh, okay. So I can't do that, but can't I just So I'm sending a message, but can I want to see if I can do command. Okay, I guess the commands. Okay, so maybe I do need to shuffle. Well, then I'll just do it this way. I will move it into a play field. So model, command, message. And that's a model. So it basically just returns shuffle playfield, shuffle playfield, and let's see if that works. Oh, so close. Oh, needs a model. Of course it does. Shuffle playfield model. That should be shuffle playfield model as well. HTTP error. Okay, that didn't work. Why didn't it work? Oh, JSON. Okay, is that any better? Okay, I just want to see whether or not it's picked up the JSON file. Documents, Solomon. That's interesting. I don't actually see the JSON file. Other. Kind of expecting it to make a GET request to. Must be missing something. Let me try. Full URL HTTP. Host. Something's missing here. And it's loading without a problem, so what is going on here? Prepare player field. Oh, hang on. That should probably be here. Okay, I think that's better. And user message. Actually, I'll return the user message here. So let's do it this way. Prepared model equals return the prepared model, and we shuffle the playfield. Okay, so I'll just do prepare playfield. I was working just a minute ago. What am I missing here? Oh, I'm not setting the puzzle. All right. All right, I'll do prepared model equals model with the puzzle set to puzzle and user message set to empty string. We'll then prepare the playfield and return it to shuffle. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. Now let's change this. So I'll make these animals tiger, lion, eagle, kangaroo. Make these vehicles, train, car, truck, ship. I'll make this punctuations. So comma, full stop, quotes, question mark. And I'll make this, we'll put like this, maths symbols. So pi, actually, Greek letters. So pi, alpha, beta, and gamma. All right, excellent. Now it's coming from the server. And so if we do kangaroo, tiger, eagle, lion, submit. Excellent. That is great. So now we can completely change our JSON file to be whatever we want, and it will come through. Great. I think I will leave it there. So thank you again for watching, and I will see you next time.